My 55-gallon reef is set up as a biotope of an Indo-Pacific patch reef. Although not perfect, I'm trying to limit the fish and corals you might see in this area. I thought it would be fun to do a species profile of the Banggai Cardinal fish, one of the more underappreciated fish in the hobby, but one of my favorites. They tend to dwell at shallow depths down to 4.5 meters. They're in lower to moderate flow areas, sheltering under corals, among the spines of sea urchins, and among the roots of mangroves, depending on the location on the reef. They're also known to associate with an enemy, either swimming around locally or in amongst the tentacles, much like clownfish will do. They're typically found in groups and will feed mostly on zooplankton in the wild. They will eat most foods in the aquarium with a preference for brine shrimp. In the aquaria, they seem to do best in pairs, which will limit the aggression of any subordinate fish. Unlike other fish, these are not sexually dimorphic and can be difficult to tell the difference between the sexes. The males do tend to have a thicker lower jaw and squatter body. When spawning, the male will take the fertilized eggs in his mouth, keeping them until hatching, spitting out the unfertilized eggs, and then keeping the juveniles safe in his mouth until they're about 8 millimeters in size, where they are big enough to consume brine nauplii and rotifers. During incubation, the male will not eat, and this takes about 30 days, so it's important that they're well fed before spawning. Some of the spawning behavior, the female swimming around and nudging the male, can be seen in this videos. They're often sexually mature at around 9 months of age, which is around 3.5 centimeters, and will reach up to 8 centimeters in length. Interestingly, they are not widespread and found in small areas on the reef, likely due to the lack of dispersion of the fry, as they dwell in the male's mouth rather than in a planktonic stage. They're also at risk for overcollection due to their popularity. Luckily, they're easily acquired and bred in the aquarium. Hopefully this was interesting. Feel free to like and subscribe and comment. I might do some other fish and coral profiles as they develop.